loved small business. Loved it. I love supporting them. I love how you're treated when you walk in the door. I love is, kind of the more you go, the more they get to know you and know what you like. I love everything about small business. For those of y'all that know me, I lived in Greenville about 8 years ago, and there was this tiny little restaurant that we would walk to from our house. It was called the Soda Shoppe. It was amazing. I went there and I would pretty much order the same thing every single time I went because I liked it so much. One day I walk in and the owner, whose name was Ren, this awesome guy, just kind of waves at me and didn't walk over, and that was not really like him. Normally he would kind of come, he'd sit down for a little bit, just kind of talk about the day. And so I just kind of chalked it up to the fact that, it was pretty busy at the time. Less than 5 minutes later, he walks over with my exact order and he drops it off at the table. 5 minutes later, piping hot sandwich was great. My jaw almost hit the ground. He knew me. He knew the sandwich I wanted with the correct dipping sauce, and he just dropped it off and he said, "The usual, right, Thomas?" I love it. The usual. He knew me enough to know that I had a usual. That's where small business really hits it out of the park, when they provide this experience and this service at or above where you can find anywhere else. From there on out, I would just walk in, I'd wave at him, kind of walking through the door, and he'd give me a thumbs up, and my food would be at my table exactly what I wanted in less than 5 minutes. And you think about what that did for me, right? Like what emotions does that kind of evoke in me? I felt known, I felt cared for, and honestly, that was just my spot from there on out. So what happens when maybe the opposite happens? What happens when you frequent a small business and you don't receive the superior service you're looking for? Well, it happened to me the other day. I needed something for one of my various hobbies. My wife thinks I have too many hobbies, but that's another story for another day. And I decided that instead of jumping on Amazon, right, instead of just doing what's easy, saving a couple bucks plus my time, I would drive 15 minutes to the store to see if they had it and just kind of talk with the guys there. So I walk in and it's quiet in there. It was kind of early afternoon and store's completely empty. There's 3 guys working, unloading a few boxes and restocking the shelves. And I walked straight up to the owner, a guy who I've talked to 5-6 times recently, and asked for what I was looking for. And this is how he responded. He goes, "Well, we've really had a hard time keeping that in stock." And I was like, "All right, well, you think there's any in the boxes?" "Well, there may be some in the boxes. It's just not really any way to tell." And I kind of looked at him stunned, right? No, let me see if there's something in here. We'll just kind of unload it real quick. No, let me look in the box real fast to see if I can make this sale. He just said, "Sorry, man, you may just need to come back tomorrow." So the time I'd taken out of my day to get over there, and I know this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but I could have gotten it cheaper online. The time that I'd taken and wanted to come support small business was not rewarded with an experience at or above what I could have just gotten doing something different. Let's just say I didn't go back the next day. It may have been a $50 purchase, but he did not get it from me. Now I get it. Some days it's tough. You really do have to ask yourself, though, just some serious questions about the culture of your business. Now more than ever, the customer has convenient option after convenient option for how to get what they need. Now more than ever, you have to find ways to exceed your customers' expectations. That's why they buy from you in the first place instead of going somewhere else more convenient. And so how do you do that? Is it a handwritten note? Is it working as hard as you can to remember someone's name when they walk in the door and maybe remember a conversation you had? Is it a follow-up survey you can create in Google and send to every customer to say, "Hey, did we meet or exceed your expectations? And if not, please let us know how we can do that and how we can be better next time." This stuff matters. Do you know how many people I took to the Soda Shoppe? How many people I walked in and just kind of waved to my boy Ren and he just brought some food over, and the awe that it would put in people's minds as they wanted the usual too. It was my go-to spot for 3 years. I took everyone there. The word spread, and they made tons and tons of money because of a little effort on their part to make my experience above and beyond. It was amazing. Like I said, just making his customers feel known, appreciated, and cared for. Every time I left, I felt known, I felt appreciated, and I felt cared for. That's what it takes right there to win in this new business climate that this world has created, where everything you can have it at the click of a button. If you're a small business, you've got to excel in creating customers that sell for you as they share the stories of their interaction with your business. That's what makes you worth the drive. It's what makes you worth the inconvenience. That's what makes you worth maybe a little bit of price difference. So go knock it out of the park with your customers. Find a way to deliver an experience at or above their expectations. Hey, last thing I'm going to drop in here. I know that a lot of you guys have jumped on and looked at this, and I've got to say, if you have not signed up for this yet, I don't know what's stopping you. 28 days free to our online platform. All the trainings, all the templates for free for 28 days. You go right here, mybusinessonpurpose.com/Thomas28, mybusinessonpurpose.com/Thomas28. Sign up and start jumping into all the stuff we have for you. Do it. Do it right now. I promise you need it, and it's free. So jump in, make it happen. Thanks, guys. Hope you'll have a great rest of your day.